They can't get rid of me that easily. So, as you guys probably know, those who were subscribed to my channel, you're probably aware my channel was terminated. And yeah, I kind of seen it coming. You guys probably did as well. I mean, I'm one of many that this has happened to now. But I'll give you a lowdown of what happened. So yesterday I was sitting there pondering on who I was going to have on next on the live stream, because I hadn't had one for ages and I wanted to host a live stream with someone else and get some guests on. That was the whole plan for the next few weeks. And an email popped up, so I checked it, and it said that I received a third strike for some content. So I clicked on what it was, because I was thinking, this is strange, what have I done wrong? And it was a video I had put up a while ago of Tommy Robinson talking about England, basically, and how it's gone to the dogs. And then it gave its reason of how they don't support hate speech and figures who represent some sort of hate, whatever it is, a load of rubbish, basically. So I appealed it, and then another email come up saying my channel has been terminated and they've taken it away. So I've already been demonetized at this point. So they took 82 members off me. So that's, you know, financially had a hit on me. Then they stopped everything else in regards to monetization, super thanks stickers, all that stuff, which it didn't bother me. I wasn't doing it for the money anyway. Then they started censoring what I was doing, started removing content, removing likes, removing subs, doing all sorts of weird, strange activity, totalitarian state kind of activity that you'd only imagine would happen in somewhere like Russia or North Korea. But no, it's happening here. In fact, it's worse, because they pretend they don't do it. This is what really winds me up. It's, you know, we're supposed to live in a democracy. We're supposed to all have freedom of speech. I don't agree with what the lefties say, right? I don't agree with them. I don't agree with Sharia law. There's lots of things that I don't agree with, and it doesn't mean that I want those people shut down. Every single person on this planet should have the freedom to be able to speak, to be able to say what's on their mind, to be able to hold an opinion. But now, here in the UK, we are the first of many democratic countries that is turning into a totalitarian authority. And unfortunately, this is thanks to Labour and also the Tories. They started all this, and Labour has basically just anteed up the process. Basically, they're taking away our freedoms of absolutely everything. But I haven't taken this lightly. I'm currently in a bit of a war with them on X, with YouTube. And I'll be doing whatever I can to get the channel back, or exposing them for what they've done. I've kept all the emails, I've kept screenshots, because nothing that I did went against any of their policies or their guidelines. Nothing at all. None of it was dangerous, none of it was violent, none of it was, you know, misinformation. It wasn't at all. And then there was another video that they also then later on started moaning about, which was the Muslim gangs that were rioting, carrying weapons. And it was a video that I put up whilst the protests were going on. And I even personally put on the viewer discretion option so that no one under 18 could view it. And it was fine, it was uploaded, it was up there for a while. But it seems now that if you go against the narrative, if you have a different opinion to the radical left, you're going to be shut down. I can see this happening to quite a lot of people. I mean, I'm good friends with Paul Thorpe and many others. it won't be long before they remove Mayor Tusi, because he speaks quite a lot on Islamism and what the left are doing currently, and you know, he exposes the lies and the hate that this establishment has for the British people and the country itself. We are totally done for, guys. I mean, we are really ruined, absolutely ruined as a country. There needs to be drastic change. I mean, I've seen on X, right, and thanks to Elon Musk, you know, everyone is praising this guy apart from the radical left who want to shut his platform down, his whole platform. But I'm team Elon Musk. We got to get behind this guy, because he's the only one that has remained normal. You know, freedom of speech is a God-given right that our forefathers fought for. They bled, died in the battlefield for our freedoms today. And whether you agree with the same opinions as others, it doesn't matter. We're supposed to all have the freedom of expression, the freedom of speech, the freedom of thought. And if we don't, then we're just as bad as Russia. We can't point fingers at places like Russia, North Korea, or anywhere else and say they're bad people because they don't let people speak. And the propaganda here is more, I would say, more worse than what you're seeing over there. And Putin's pointed this out himself. And the more stuff like this happens, the more you realise how bad our country has got. I mean, I knew this was going to happen at some point. You know, we talk about it all the time. We always say, you know, this may happen, that we got plans in place and stuff like that. But until it actually does, and when it does, you realise the full extent of how bad it is. And to me, it hit home massively yesterday. It really did. When I got those emails saying it felt like a dagger in the hit had been put in my heart. It really did. I love my subscribers. I love my community of people that I've had. And I didn't have the largest channel. I had 3,000 subs. But to me, it was everything. My channel was a way of me expressing my opinions and those of many others. It was a way of giving people a voice who felt like they wasn't being listened to. It was good for Christians and patriots alike. And it was good for people to learn also about Christianity. But for me, it was an outlet. For me, it was a beacon of hope. Especially through dark times that I went through not so long back before I started my channel. Which is the reason I started my channel. With everything that was going on the news, what was still going on today and worsening, with the migrants crossing over, the cost of living crisis, the way the British people are being treated as second-class citizens. With all this, I was getting really, really depressed, and I was in a very dark place, thinking of things that I shouldn't have been. I'm not going to go too into it, but let's say that I was close, okay? You're probably going to get my drift. I was close to just gone. And then I decided to open a YouTube channel. Well, I had my channel, but I decided to start venting out. Started to speak out, speak up, speak out. And by doing that, I was able to get everything out. Now YouTube's taken that away from me. And it wasn't like I was inciting violence. Every time I went on a live and I spoke about Islam, I always said, not all Muslims are the same. They're not all bad. You'll get really nice ones. I never said or incited any hatred towards anyone and told people that any marches or rallies that I will personally be holding in the future for some of the problems we're facing today will have to be peaceful, and that no one who turns up and begins to be violent will be welcome. And I've been targeted and slammed, basically. So what's next? Well, I'm appealing the decision, of course. I should have looked up what I could write, because you only get one go. But I let them know that I didn't go against their community guidelines. I didn't go against their policy. And that basically, if they don't give me my channel back, I'm going to be out in an all-out war against YouTube. So it's up to them, really. I mean, I'm prepared to take this all the way. I'm prepared to go as far as they want to go. If it means going to the news, I'll go to the news. I've got all proof. There's nothing that I put up on YouTube that was dangerous, hateful, nothing. Misinformation, nothing. And it sickens me that platforms like this, as well, especially when you pay for the other things, the benefits like premium and things like that. I did all that, and you're making them money, and I had adverts on there for them, and God knows what else. And you, of course, with the memberships, they take some money, and they make money off of you anyway. And yet they still would rather silence you, cancel you, shut you down, so that nobody can hear or see what's going on. This is the whole plan. They don't want the majority that are beginning to wake up to the tyranny that the establishment is pushing out on the public. They don't want people to see or hear the truth. And they will do whatever they possibly can to go against it. But this is bad, because this will backfire on them big time. And it won't be long until someone like Elon Musk buys out YouTube, or will set up a different platform like YouTube, not like Rumble, because Rumble to me is just too complicated. But they'll have something similar, and you know, there'll be a massive hit against what they're doing. Tommy's done a good job in exposing what these guys are up to anyway. But there'll be more people doing it, because people will eventually get sick of it, take it personally, and there'll be a hit piece done on them. And when they do, it'll all come out. And it will just build the movement that we've got growing in the UK, will just forever grow. And when it does, and the next election takes place, people will have their say. But we need to start worrying now about platforms like Twitter, well, X now, and other platforms, because they're going to get more censored, and we need to do whatever we can now to help one another. I don't personally know what you guys can do for me to help me, apart from let everyone know in your community that my channel has been terminated and that there's a backup. But apart from that, there's not much anyone can do, really. But I'm not going anywhere. Obviously, I'm on X already, so if you haven't got me on there, download X, or if you've got it already, then, you know, search up Patriotic Christian and you'll find me there. And I'm also on this one until they shut this one down. And when they do that, I'll be coming back and back and back and back and back again. It can keep going. I will. I've got all the time in the world, YouTube. You keep doing what you want to do. But know this, I'm coming for you. And the world will know what you guys are up to. And you know, it's not just YouTube, this is Google. This is Google that are involved with this, and Google have a very good relationship with two-tier Keir Starmer and the Labour Party. So this will inevitably get worse. And it won't be long before you won't be able to comment on anything without some kind of bot or AI system monitoring what you're saying. It's probably in place already, but literally, if you say anything against the narrative, that'll be it. It won't be long before massive long prison sentences will be given secretly I'm telling you now. And they'll come for people like me. They'll come for people like Tommy, Mayor, Paul, Richard, many others who have YouTube channels and speak up and show what really is going on in this world, what the media won't report, what the government won't speak against because they're too scared. And yeah, eventually people will get sick of it. Because when you take away people who communities value, that speak up against tyranny, you're essentially building a melting pot of anger. So continue doing what you're doing, YouTube, because you're only shooting yourself in the foot. And people will eventually boycott YouTube. They'll leave it. Especially when someone bigger or better comes along and creates a platform better than yours. Hopefully, X may even turn into a thing like YouTube. We don't know. So I'll leave that with you guys. Like I said, the channel is terminated. We'll have to wait in the next 2 days to see whether or not my appeal has gone anywhere. I doubt it will be. But yeah, I'm here for now until they get hold of this one. I'm good though, guys, so don't worry about me just of yet. I'm good. Fuck you, YouTube. Take care, guys.